Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you're looking here at is my prototype crouching, sitting, standing mobile multi-PC. Yeah, I got that right. And let me show you its features. So first let's start with why is it mobile? Well, because it's one big box, basically, that weighs probably around 24, maybe 26 kilograms. You can lift it up and travel with it, basically. And you just plug in two cables, power, network. Well, actually you don't have to plug in network because it has Wi-Fi in it. Except mouse and keyboard are a bit of a problem. We'll get to that later. So, first of all, how do you pick it up? I guess you're probably wondering. These are to help you with it. Basically, it rests on your forearm and you grab it here. Very, very primitive, frankly, on both sides. You would raise the monitors up so that you don't scratch them with your belly. And then you gently lower it onto the ground while rotating your body 90 degrees from your legs so that you can, like in an archery style squat. Maybe I'll show you later. It's pretty difficult though, so I don't really want to do it if I don't have to. The monitors are probably the main really thing here. Previously I had my old monitors, that was horrible. Then it weighed 32 kilograms around and that was really difficult. 20 something is manageable. These are just LCD panels from AliExpress, laptop LCD panels. They're actually pretty good. Like what you can see here is a gamma chart and you can see it's practically perfect. I previously had an iPad 3 screen, I think. Again, a replacement. And these are arguably better, or rather they definitely seemed better. I would say actually this color saturation is way over, you know, like they seem to be beyond sRGB, which actually isn't very good, arguably, but anyway. The green is much better on these two. These are 17.3, these are 15.6. These are definitely, well, better, meaning again, higher gamut, which isn't necessarily better. I just noticed they have these weird stripes, that's really weird. That normally doesn't happen, it's only with this pattern. Whether it's some DisplayPort compression or what, I don't know. So I'll probably investigate that because I'm a graphics developer, so it's interesting. I don't think DisplayPort compression should not be on here, so yeah. I've never seen this in normal use, so must be the weird pattern. Although wait, it's... no, okay, yeah, the top one is the checkered, so yeah, it definitely aligns with the checkered pattern. And 50-50 is the worst. So this is like one, every other pixel is white. This is every second, as in every third pixel is, and this is every fourth, and this one also shows up more weird. Anyway, by the way, these are all 4K screens, right? And they theoretically support FreeSync, but I haven't seen it actually like work. Okay, so monitors up, and oh, it's a bit dark. I fortunately have a flashlight here. So this is the inside. Normally when this PC runs, I think it's 150 watts idle. Of course 2 PCs and, you know, some relatively beefy GPUs. This actually isn't mine, it's from my work. It can eat up like 600 or 800 watts total. These two power supplies are for the top screens. It's just 12 volts, so I was planning to connect them to the main power supply, but I didn't get to it. And that's a small 12 volt to everything power supply, and it's powered by the main power supply for the secondary PC. So the first one has to be on for the second one to work, which is always the case for me, so not a problem. Previously I had a small, theoretically 200 watt Pico power supply that had the PCB on the motherboard plug, but that was not good enough. It definitely, any non-trivial load and it would crash. And as you can see, the motherboards are set up such that the cables go down intentionally to relieve stress, and I just thought it was a very good potential idea for, you know, like I would have the... Well, actually you can see one of the hard drives there. This power supply actually should be above the top plate. That would make more sense, and the cables could be in the back, etc, etc, but this is how it's done currently, because a lot of this was very quick, just get it working, because I need to use the PC, so I never had more than 2 days. The main inconvenience here is that the ports are recessed, so that makes them quite difficult to see and plug something into them correctly. There are cases that have this back flush with all of the ports. That would be much better. I had none on hand, so this is what I used. These are just standard cases cut up and welded with a MIG which had a wrong nozzle, so the welds are beyond horrible. Don't look at them. This is a USB switch, and to it is connected a USB hub. So I have, well, potentially I actually sometimes have a third PC in this, which is a small Gigabyte Bricks style PC. You can swap your keyboard mouse between the two PCs very easily. It's a hardware switch. I also use Synergy, but you can never beat a hardware switch in some cases, mainly BIOS. And then there's some USB ports on the left for the left PC and on the right for the right PC. Going back to the crouching, sitting, standing thing, I've almost always used this sitting because I have a split keyboard. It's all on my chair, like I have a nice tray for the mouse. And the keyboard is on magnets, so I could easily take it off and put it somewhere on a tray here, but I've never actually made the tray for this one. So this one I have not used standing. The previous version I did use standing, but very rarely. I don't know. One of the problems definitely is that it always took a long time to switch between sitting and standing, so I don't know. I think I'll make the new version also standing, although that's a significant design challenge, so we'll see. The new one is gonna be an integrated chair, fully integrated chair, everything in it. It's gonna be much heavier because of that, but you don't have to lift it onto a desk, so that solves that problem. It also solves a lot of other problems, like cables from the mouse and keyboard. I made a research and development platform for at workstation posture support systems, is what I call it. It's basically a very weird chair, which I will use for measuring the range of movement that I need. But I'll probably make a separate video about it later, maybe, if I have the time. So anyway, I guess that's that.